Hello and welcome back to Planet Crafter. We are playing our planet Selenea, the moon playthrough. We made a trip over to Planet Prime, as you guys would have known if you're watching. We're moving exceptionally fast right now to terraform Planet Prime. The reason we came back here is to get a nice setup going for all the base materials. So the iridium, uranium, zeolite, super alloy, etc. So that we have a really consistent supply of those base materials coming out of Prime and then into the future moons, like the underwater one, etc. The biggest bottleneck right now, I believe, this is a new recording session, I believe is going to be our organic production means. So we have one farm making a handful of mushrooms. It's really not enough, so that's the direction that we need to go right now. Unless I'm mistaken, we do not currently have a beehive for production of honey, which we need for better quality food, and bee larva, which again, we just kind of generally want. I'm gonna take a peek around and see if I have any bee larva around anywhere. So hang on a second. Yes, in fact, I have an absolute ton. Let's make a couple of beehives. T2 beehives, tree bark and bioplastic, and then a T2 fertilizer, which we have too. You know, I wonder if I was about to do that in the last one anyway. It feels like maybe something I was getting ready to do. Anyway, bioplastic nuggets. We have our T2s and we have our tree bark. And then there's one tree bark. I should have some excess tree bark here. I would have been collecting it, right? Yeah, good to go. Let's drop this down. One more quick check is just energy, because new recording session, I do not remember. 430 kilowatts and we're good. So 2 beehives. First one, I mean, I usually just stick them real close. We'll put them here. It's fine. Let's get 2 of those going. Now, importantly, we have to supply everything. We have bee larva that comes out of that, and we also have honey. Honey we're going to need a box for. 3. Okay. So let's make sure that the honey goes... It's a little out of order, but I think we're going to put the honey right here. Honey. This is going to demand honey. There we go. And then now the bee larva. Now bee larva, I don't usually need a whole big storage chest for. I actually think I want a small storage chest like this. And larva, for now, I'm putting a larva in this corner, kind of along this wall for now. So this will be bee larva, and we'll say this is going to demand bee larva, and there you go. Now we have our pseudo-infinite supply of bee larva that it'll just kind of keep doing its thing. Good. Now I really do want some more farms. I doubt that I'll be able to do that right off the bat. Let me see. Yeah, that's honestly most likely what those T2 fertilizers were for, I would say with a high degree of certainty. You know, it is what it is. I believe we called them down, if I recall, from the other planets, but I'm not positive. I would like to get, I mean, ideally, I think 3 new, I could do this with the osmium. Ideally, we would get 3 new farms, or more, truthfully, but let's put super alloys in here. Iridium, we can put, that's fine, I'll put this in here. And then we have food, we have squash seeds. Yeah, you know what? That's definitely what I was doing in the last episode, so I kind of screwed that up for myself. Okay, so we need some fertilizers. We're not really, I don't think, capable of building the fertilizers. I believe that was my problem a second ago. Let me just see, did either of these touch down? This one did, and you know what? We can send this up. If this does not contain, which it does not, fertilizers, we can send this out for some fertilizers, possibly. This is going to Humble. Let's see what they got. T2s, you know what? Our production means are actually really handicapped. I am going to call for all of them, and we'll call for 6 more bioplastics. Yeah, it's fine, just launch it. Not exactly ideal, but it'll be what it is. What do we need to make this fertilizers? I just forget what fertilizers take. This is 3 algae, 1 sulfur, 2 eggplant. So eggplant is definitely an issue. And then T2 is certainly squash. So I'll tell you what, there is something we can do, which is just to make one of these T2 or 2 of these T2 food growers for any squash seeds that we have. We need fertilizer for that, so that's, that's its own problem. Let's see what we can do though. So first thing is to just double check to make sure I didn't already, which I did, make a fertilizer auto crafter. It doesn't think that it can do anything because we don't have the eggplant. That's right. So I'll tell you what, not super ideal. We're actually gonna swap this out to make eggplants for now. That way we can keep growing foods and stuff. It kind of is what it is, honestly. In the meantime, let's take a peek at all of our production facilities quick that we have going on. So we have obsidian, super alloy, osmium. We have the other ones as well. Wouldn't mind bringing another teleporter over, truthfully. Maybe we just do that real fast. We have the zeolite, we have pulsar, and obsidian. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna grab another pulsar, grab another zeolite, and an obsidian. And then let's go drop... Okay, let's go drop a teleporter somewhere. What do we have currently? We have our super alloy and we have our osmium, both of which obviously are really important. I'm gonna put this teleporter over in the uranium facility, I think. That's really the closest one that we don't have a teleporter over top of. Along the way, if I see any chests, I'll hit them, of course. This is probably an old one. No, it's not. Sure. Now, I feel like I recall a golden chest down here. No? Maybe the other side. I swear there was a golden chest during my first playthrough of Prime. I swear there was a golden chest there, but maybe not. Again, more miners. Our goal is to get maybe 3 miners on each mining location. Absolutely, we'll take mining rod. We'll take the fertilizers, but T3 fertilizer, but generally we need 2 1s and T2 fertilizers. We gotta kind of backfill that. And here we go. Again, this is the uranium. Okay, I will take all of this stuff. Whoa, hold on. Let me make this teleport. This is the uranium, which is arguably... that's not what I wanted. I swear I had more energy than that, but okay. Well, this is awkward. Okay, well, tell you what, I have to fly back because I do want to leave this here, so give me just 1 second. All right, easy enough. Unfortunately, these eggplants are a limiting factor. I guess I should have pulled eggplants. Yeah, I'm gonna pull eggplants from the other, from Humble. That's really what I need to do, is I just need to keep pulling organic things down. In the meantime, I need energy. Energy is not terrible. We have the pulsar that we need right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need 4 super alloys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And I can throw down this, which gets all of our systems back online. And probably do a better job of not making sure that doesn't happen in the future. But at least now we know that we can teleport over directly to our uranium. I want to just rename this one. Good. If we have to service it or maintain it, it's worth it. Okay, let's take a look over here. I cannot remember if I was smart enough to pull down organic things here. I was, but it was mushrooms, and it was a lot of fertilizers. That's honestly absolutely perfect. That's really what we needed, is those fertilizers. Now we can make more of these guys here. In fact, we can make 1, 2, 3. We can actually make 4 farms, which is perfect for me. Okay. 3, 4. And then let's get our 4 farms put down. 1, 2. One more bee larva, hold on. You know, I have not done the math, but I'm almost positive that the fast growers versus the farm growers, I'm pretty sure that even though these grow slower, it's growing 5 at a time, which does just give you the kind of that speed per unit. So let's put, what do we have? We have 1 eggplant, we have 1 mushroom. We'll do 2 squash, 1 for each. 1 for 2 squash. So that means these are for the T2 fertilizers is a squash. The eggplant we have 1 of, and then we have 1 mushroom. I think we want another eggplant. That's our limiting factor right now. See if we do another eggplant, another T2. So if we can get if we can get a T1, we can make that final farm. I'm actually gonna put this eggplant here, and then the next one we'll do mushroom. That way we have 2 of each. We do need 1 more T1 fertilizer to be able to do that, but we probably can craft a T1 fertilizer pretty soon. Throw down some mushrooms, that's perfect. And actually we're going to send out for, let me just see what we have quick. Okay, we have squash, we have eggplant, okay. We're gonna send out for just a ton of each. We're gonna go 15 and we'll go 10 squash. Gives us the organic components that we need, hopefully, to sustain us until those farms are ready. We still really need a T1 fertilizer. Let's see if I can... It's just eggplants, which we don't have. Yeah. And we don't actually have another storage unit for eggplants, so let's just do that quick. Right here. Okay, we'll go eggplant. This is going to demand eggplant, and we probably want to do another one for squash, right? We definitely need squash. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 while we have it. Okay, this will be for squash. Good. And then I will put this last chest down just because we're not using it for anything currently, but you know we will. We have nitrogen there. We could be collecting methane. That's probably something we want to do, but hold on a second. So let me see what we have. These guys are gotta be close-ish. 86%, yeah. Once this gets done, we have enough for yet another round of farms. That's great. And that's good. Our energy should be pretty good, 1275. It means we could put either another miner or another teleporter down. Wouldn't mind either, truthfully. Let's go check out what we have going on, for example, in Super Alloy, where remember, our drones were our limiting factor. If I come here, no, we're good. No, we're good. No, we're good. So the drones may not be a limiting factor anymore. Remember, it was a little bit of a problem. Yeah, see that? The drones would take so long to get out here because we are so far from our base with where the obsidian is that it takes them a million years to get out there. Okay, very good. Just throw this obsidian over here. Oh, that's actually the problem. We're actually full on obsidian. Feels weird, but I'm actually just gonna dump them. Okay, great. So drones actually aren't a problem. We don't have any issues with drones. Now we just need more production capabilities with our mining rigs. So miner, where you at? Where you at? Here. Plenty of iridium rods, super alloy rods. I think we have at least a handful. There you go. 1, 2, 3. We can at least make 2. Let's make 2. No. So actually no iridium rods. Am I going insane? I swear I just had iridium rods somewhere. No iridium rods. All right, well, clearly that is our problem. What do we have in terms of iridium? Not, oh, you know what it is? It's pulling it for you. The rocket engines are ripping the iridium away. It's okay. So we'll just wait a second. We really need more iridium miners. That is the bottleneck now. Now this guy's back. This wasn't much. This was like barely anything actually. Yeah, T2s and bioplastics. The T2s are good. Bioplastics are fine. Iridium rods, there's 5 here. What if we could do humble. All right, we'll hold up here. We'll kind of just leave that one there for a bit. This one's not ready. And then these guys, come on, these guys have got to be close. 74%. Can at least fill this up with rocket engines so that it stops stealing my iridium from here. And that way, as soon as we get enough iridium here, we're okay. You know what we can do? I don't know why I'm being stupid. Let's just go manually mine iridium. Just give me 1 second, because that makes a heck of a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah, let's just go manually mine iridium real fast, because we haven't mined at all, so they should be just here, and then we can make sure that we're able to then make a second miner and potentially even a third, just to round us out. $17 and 18. Okay. That's actually enough collected to get me 2 iridium rods, which then gives me enough for 2 more miners when I combine with all the rest of the stuff that I have. All right, 2 iridium rods. All we need is the titanium, which hopefully we have. We do have enough. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You know, truthfully, I wouldn't mind another teleporter over by the iridium. It's such a short journey, I know, but it's like, it's enough where I've kind of grown to become lazy in this game a little bit at this point. We're gonna go with 2 miners right here. Okay, and that should be enough where we go iridium, and then we supply everything, which is only going to be iridium. We go iridium, we supply everything, which is only iridium, and then we're good to go. We've tripled our production capabilities of iridium. I have to believe that's going to be enough. If we need to get more, we will, but I think that should handle it. Are those eggplants done yet? They have to be done, right? 75. Gosh, they are going very, very slow. You know what? We actually could do this, I think, relatively easily. Let me see something. 2 zeolite, osmium, and then methane. We don't have a collection box, but we do have a full methane storage there. Yeah. We actually could just make 2 pulsar quartz, which I will do. Yeah, you know what? This the iridium though is starting to stack here. Look at that. I mean, it's already more than it was before, which I think is a huge deal for us. That was our bottleneck for sure. I just need 1 more osmium. There we go. Now I can make 2 pulsar quartz. Okay. Check on the osmium mine. I think we probably need a little bit more osmium as well. Yep, that's fine. I'll take that. And now we have another teleporter. So let's throw this teleporter over by the iridium here. Just that way it's done. I don't have to think about it. Good. Perfect. Okay. You guys still gosh darn growing 55%. Yeah, so the first harvest was done. Now here's the question. 1 eggplant. Why? 1 eggplant means that... Oh, wait. It means that... Hold on. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. 1 eggplant just means that this is full. Yes. 1, 2. We can just do all 4. Yeah, we might as well. Let's just go for another 4 farms. Perfect. And then 4 water and some 4. We actually need 8 bee larvae, which is a lot. 2, 3, 4. We can only make 2 currently. Okay, outdoor farm. So we'll put another one here and another one here. Clearly, eggplant is still the issue, so we'll go 1 more eggplant and we'll go 1 more mushroom. That gives us 3 eggplant 2 mushroom, 2 squash. That's probably pretty good. Plus, we have both of these, or at least one of these that came back. I think this one we didn't do anything with. Yep. This one came back, though, and gave us a ton of good stuff. I think that gets us where we need to be, as far as just a jump start on collection of everything. And now we can make our second auto crafter with our T2 fertilizer, which is, at this point, I think what we need. Remind me, what is an auto crafter? It's 2 osmium and a super alloy rod. So we can go super alloy rod, and then we actually need to pull one of these and split it apart in the recycler. Okay, there we go. And we'll throw down our next auto crafter, which is going to be for T2 fertilizer. T2. Fertilizer, algae, squash, and then methane. We need a box for methane, but as long as everything's in range, which I think it is, squash should be good. Algae might be out of reach. Fertilizer and methane. So hold on. This is full. It's obviously not that. I guess it's the algae. Although, boy, it feels like that algae is in range. Let me just try something. No, so it's definitely the algae. Annoying, we'll just move that box closer. Let's get 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll get 2 boxes, and we'll put one of the boxes here for methane. And then another one right next to it for algae, I think. Okay, this is methane. And then we'll put another one actually behind it. Okay, and this will be algae. Obviously, that means we have to turn this one off. And there we go. So that should unlock this, right? Not this, sorry. Hold on, stop. Good. So now we have our T2s and our T1s being automatically produced. I accidentally made a couple of bacteria that I didn't really need. Fine. Okay, good. So now what? More farms or another teleporter, or, I mean, truthfully, I think it's just more miners, as long as we have iridium coming in. Yeah, see that? There. So now we have enough for... Let's get 2 more. I guess let's get 2 more miners and we'll max out our osmium production. Okay. Okay. And then we need a bunch of titanium. 3, 1, 2. So we need 4 more titanium. And we actually need more here. So we're actually stuck until we get more pulsar. Let's make a pulsar crafter. Unfortunately, that I could just make it. We'll put this here. This will be a pulsar crafter. I don't know if this will work. Yeah, we have everything. No. Osmium, zeolite, iridium, uranium, methane. I think everything's in range. So something's empty. Probably the osmium. Nope. Uranium, zeolite, iridium, uranium. We don't have enough uranium, which we can fix in just a second, but we need the energy. Let's just do this, and then we can split you apart. Okay, now that should allow this guy to do its job, right? Good. This is what we needed for pulsar, but we only have 2. We need more. Is it the methane? It's the methane. Yeah, it's the methane. Okay, well, we'll have enough in just a second. Okay, there we go. Whew. Oh, that was a lot more tedious than I wanted to. Get more energy. And now I need one more super alloy rod. And I need 1, 2, 3. Good. All right, now I can go over to the uranium. And I can drop down 1, 2. These are uranium, and they are going to supply everything. There. Now that gives us a really steady stream of uranium as well. Again, my kind of goal-ish was 3 miners at each position. That should give us enough when we're not on this planet actively using this stuff just to continuously kind of recreate everything. I do need to get the rest of my industry going here with everything else so that we have that steady stream of creation of everything, but we are really making progress. In the next episode, I am going to focus a little bit of extra effort on terraformation score because why not? I mean, a couple of extra miners and stuff doesn't hurt. I'm sorry, heat generation things doesn't hurt. So that's enough for today. Again, really expanded the farm and really expanded the mining capabilities of some key elements. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.